What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we are jumping into The Flash issue number 8. Throughout this series, there has been a lot going on. Needless to say, The Flash has been busy, whether it be Barry Allen or Wally West. There are much bigger forces at play here than anybody could understand. But one idea that has been thrown around is that speedsters are causing problems. That every time a speedster uses their speed, it causes some kind of temporal anomaly. We saw Max Mercury kidnapped by Inspector Pilgrim and his people, doing everything they can to lock away speedsters. Wally West had disappeared. Nobody knows where he is. And while Barry Allen is out there being the Flash, doing what the Flash does, something is up with Barry Allen. His powers aren't working right. He's not at 100%. He is not himself. But it finally looks like someone might have an answer. And then add in the fact that this comic is bringing in Amanda Waller. Things have never been more crazy for the Flash family. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so throughout this comic, we're gonna get a little bit of narration from the outside. Iris West is currently doing a radio talk show. They go on discussing, really the role of heroes in Western society. They talk about Amanda Waller, her campaign to ban superheroes. While this discussion is going on, we have the Flash moving all over the world. Barry Allen is moving as fast as he can. He is helping as many people as he can. But even with every good deed that he does, they cannot ignore the fact of the dimensional disasters all over the world. From firestorms in Nepal, emergencies in Buenos Aires, Egypt. Flash is at all of these places at once. Right now, the Flash is out here with Circuit Breaker, with the ability to manipulate the Still Force, to drain kinetic energy. While Barry is moving as quick as he is, we see that he is accidentally telling the wrong people the wrong thing. Being in so many places at once has his mind scattered, but not being able to stay in one spot and talk to one person for too long, he's gotta keep moving. This is what picks us up with Jai and Hartley. Hartley is here looking for Wally West because Amanda Waller raided Terrific Tech, saying that this was a routine checkup, purely coincidental. Of course, Mr. Terrific is out doing Justice Society business. Hologramming himself in, he lets Amanda Waller know that she is not welcome here. He is telling her and her thugs that they gotta kick rocks. And in here, it is suggesting that in the new comic coming out, Absolute Power, Free Comic Book Day Special Edition issue number 1, we're gonna see what her real motive is. With her guards searching the facility, what they find is that blue ore that Superman had brought from Warworld, Genesis. A power that Amanda Waller doesn't even understand. Mr. Terrific doesn't even understand it. He has been studying it, trying to figure out its capabilities. Amanda Waller has been trying to get her hands on this ever since it made its landfall on Earth. More than this, they have been studying the Flash. They have been studying speedsters. And they are not sure if their conclusions are wrong or not. They haven't had the proper time to really test all the conclusions that they have come to. And he knows that Amanda Waller is going to take this and flip it the wrong way. This is what picks us up with Inspector Pilgrim. He has been here helping Jai. They have been practicing energy shaping, energy manipulation, if you will. More and more, we are seeing that Jai isn't your everyday, just superpowered individual. In fact, a lot of this hints that this Inspector Pilgrim is Jai from the future, but it never explicitly says it. Only vague nudges that this could actually be him. He even goes on to let him know that you don't really have to worry about the Amanda Waller thing. I mean, it does directly feed into her anti-heroic takedown looming on the horizon. But right now, they have a universal problem that they must focus on. This is where we pick up from a webcam featuring some giant astral elemental space kit, megafauna, and everything else in between. They have descended on the Lexor, And while these cameras can't necessarily pick up the speedsters, what it can pick up is their light trails. As the speedsters zoom around the city doing everything they can to do as much as they can, we have Barry Allen showing up, Avery, Jesse, and Kid Flash. We see that Barry is also trying to communicate with them while also being at multiple places at the same time. Barry is just stretched so thin, and it seems to be one issue after another. Being at 3 places at once is simply too much for him. But while he is dashing around, this is when Irie gets in communication. Barry, he's trying to figure out how Wally's been doing it, keeping the balance, a family to the boot, everything else in between, stretching himself so thin. It's almost like he forgot how it is being the Flash. Irie has chimed in to let him know that she is worried about him. She has been able to track him all day, and there are weird Speed Force energies surrounding him. She tells him that they are all wrong, and that he keeps taking the same path between locations. He's making himself very vulnerable to an ambush. Though these are natural disasters, Barry's not worried about being ambushed by someone. Barry letting her know that he's gotta go. He hightails it out of here. He says that he is going to find Wally. He's gonna do all of this for the world. He's gonna do this for Iris. But as he is hightailing it, this is where he runs into the Pilgrims. They have opened up a portal, and as they see speedsters, they begin to target them. As Barry runs and tries to avoid them at all costs, this is when things go all kinds of crazy. The Pilgrims saying that they have an exotic deep change to all withdrawal. Of course, Barry has no idea what this means. Turning around trying to see who might have saved him, they let him know that save may be too strong of a word. This is where Gorilla Grodd and all the others show up. They are trying to figure out where is Wally West. They say that the Archangels are out here and they need to find him. That he is the key to finishing all of this. With the Pied Piper showing up, playing the tune, Barry Allen's mind begins to remember everything, but Gorilla Grodd has hold of him, unable to move, unable to do anything. At the same time, Amanda Waller is making her move on Iris, coming into the talk show, interrupting it, letting them know that they're not under arrest, only they are under suspicion for distribution of terrorist propaganda. And then Amanda Waller speaks to everybody that is listening, an announcement to anybody that will hear it, what she calls the truth, that her team conducted a routine inspection at Terrific Tech. They got the data, and after going through it, they learned some truth about speedsters. Reality itself is in serious jeopardy, and the cause of it is clear. The Flash and all those with his powers, they are eroding the laws of physics. If allowed to continue, it would lead to the destruction of all life. As of today, all speedsters are commanded to stop using their powers, or they will suffer the consequences, with the comic ending and Wally West in the garden. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This comic will continue in the Flash Annual 2024. Make sure that you guys check that out once we do release it. I think it comes out in the next week or two. But not a bad issue. We're learning that, Barry Allen, there isn't necessarily wrong with him besides the Speed Force around him. Obviously, this has got to be something to do with Thawne. Maybe, maybe not, but probably. Because for Barry Allen, being at 3 places at one time, it's not super hard for him. It shouldn't be that daunting and that tasking on his body to be in 3 places at once, to be making so many small little mistakes. That's not Barry Allen. Not anymore, at least. Now, he'll have them from time to time, but for the most part, he knows what especially when we're talking about a natural disaster, not fighting an enemy, he knows what to do. He's done this 1,000 times over. The only logical conclusion is that somebody is maybe powering him down just a tad bit, making him feel a little more sluggish. Now he's learned that something was blocked in his brain. He didn't have all his memories. Having those memories released to him, it was already too late. Gorilla Grodd had hold of him. So whatever information he has in his brain, he can't get out to anybody. And Amanda Waller, she is done being in the shadows. She is coming forth. She is going to bring down the superhero community with the backing of extremely powerful allies. It seems there is nothing in her way. With the Justice League no longer together, that force is no longer there to stop them, and it appears that the Titans have no interest in doing much about this situation. We gotta assume it's only a matter of time before Superman and the others get directly involved in this. A day of reckoning is upon us. Amanda Waller is making her moves. Will the heroes be too late in taking her down before she is able to enact her initiative? We already saw she was able to manipulate the situation so badly, she was able to get to Earth 3, block it off from everybody else. If she is capable of that, what could she do now? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with the Flash series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.